Good morning, children. Today we are going to start a new chapter, drainage, geography. So, very first, let me clear you what is drainage. Drainage means it is a water system. It means there are many ways with the help of water flow on the earth. So, this system is known as drainage. Children, there are some terms have been given: glaciers, oxbow lake, perennial rivers, inland drainage, a gorge, braided stream, lagoon, a large dam, estuary, river system. So these all are the very important terms. So what you can stop here the video and you can read these all. Okay, as important is their perennial river throughout water found in these rivers is gorge, a steep sided narrow and deep river valley generally formed in the mountains is known as gorge. And next is estuary, the steep sided mouth of a river devoid of any river deposits is called estuary. So children, what you will have to do, you will have to read this. These are asked for 1 marks in your exam. Okay. Next, you can see here some names of the natural lakes created by the human being. These are also the important part here. Vular, Dal, Nainital, Bhimtal, Loktak, Barapani, Chilika, Sambar, Pulikat. These are the natural lakes. And lakes created by the human being: Gobind Sagar, Rana Pratap Sagar, Nizam Sagar, Nagarjun Sagar, Hirakund. These are the human-made lakes. Next, children, economic benefits of rivers and lakes. This question is also asked here. Rivers and lakes provide water to humans as a basic natural resource. Water is essential for human agriculture and industrial activities. Rivers and their alluvial soils provide agricultural lands. Water of the rivers is taken to agricultural fields through canals for irrigation of agricultural crops. It helps to fight the vagaries of the monsoon rains. River water is stored in big lakes by damming them and is used for generation of hydroelectricity. They also carry city wastes. Rivers provide recreational facilities. Recreational means entertainment. Okay. So these type of points are asked in your exams. Okay, and most important is here: distinguish between Himalayan river system and peninsular river system. Rivers of the Himalayan region originate from the glaciers in the high mountain region. In peninsular, rivers of the peninsular India originate from plateaus or highlands. Next, glaciers are major sources of water in these rivers, hence they are perennial in nature. Water remains throughout the year in them. It means Himalayan rivers are the perennial throughout year water. These rivers get water mainly from rains, hence they are seasonal. During dry season they get dried up or are very slow and meager flow of water is seen in them. These rivers bring new alluvium daily and spread in the plains, hence they are known for agriculture. They do not spread silt and no major plains are found in the peninsular India. Fertile lands are seen only in small deltas. These rivers flow in plains, hence they are slow flowing rivers. If electricity is to be produced, dams are erected on them to build artificial waterfalls. In peninsular, because of undulating kind of uneven land topography, these rivers flow with high speed, forming waterfalls, hence they are suitable for generation of hydel power. Construction of canals is cheap and easy, hence numerous canals have been built to carry water to the fields. Hard resistant rocks and undulating surface hinder the construction of canals in this region. These rivers are subdivided into two. One, rivers flowing into the Arabian Sea, the Indus and its tributaries. Important part it is, children. Number 2, rivers flowing into the Bay of Bengal, the Brahmaputra, the Ganga and its tributaries, Teesta and Manas. These rivers are also subdivided as rivers flowing into the Arabian Sea and those flowing into the Bay of Bengal. Narmada and Tapti flow into Arabian Sea and Mahanadi, Krishna, Godavari and Kaveri into the Bay of Bengal. Children, actually these are the points which are going to help you out knowing about the river system. Okay, and most important point is this. And next point, as you can see in map, Himalayan river system. Take a pause after that, or you can take a click, then you will learn that these are the part of Indus here. Indus comes from here, this is Satluj this side. Okay, and in distinguish I told you about that which river falls where, Bay of Bengal or Arabian Sea. Okay, so this is the part of, you can easily understand now what is drainage. The river system of an area is termed as drainage or water system. Water system can be counted here also. Okay, and next one is, we have completed this. Yes, this question is also important here. Name the three major river system of Himalayas: the Indus river system, the Ganga river system and the Brahmaputra river system. Okay, and next one is, if I talk about which river drainage pattern is formed by river Ganga? Dendritic. And next question is, describe the three main features of the Ganga river system. So we have discussed earlier, but still we can see here. The headwater of Ganga originates from Gangotri glaciers in Uttarakhand. It is called Bhagirathi from Gangotri to Devprayag. Okay, these are the names generally. After a particular time, after a particular place, names are changed. Numerous tributaries have been given here. Tributaries are the part of any river which help them during their flow. Okay, whenever this type of condition creates, if flooded river is flooded, then water is started to drain from the other canals or rivers. So these part are known as the tributaries. From the north, the Ganga is joined by numerous tributaries like the Yamuna, the Gomti, the Ghagra, the Gandak and the Kosi. The river Yamuna rises from the Yamunotri glaciers in the Himalayas. It flows almost parallel to the Ganga. It is the right bank tributaries of the Ganga and meets the Ganga at Allahabad. Okay, so these are general points you can see here, and this is the Indus basin and the Ganga basin system. 1 marks question asked in such a way: from where does the river Brahmaputra arise? The river Brahmaputra arises in Tibet and very close to the sources of Indus and Satluj. Name the river of India which forms braided stream, river Brahmaputra. Okay, children, and lakes are also the part of it. A depression on the surface of the earth where water gets collected is known as lake. Lakes of greater size are called the seas. Examples are the Caspian, the Dead and the Aral seas. Various types of lakes. Major types of lakes are natural and artificial. These lakes are further divided as permanent and seasonal. Most of the lakes are permanent. Some of them maintain water flow only during the rainy season, like the lakes in the basins of inland drainage on semi-arid region, which are termed as seasonal. So children, near about question number 5.2, you can see write about formation of lakes. So you can read this. Okay, God bless you all, beta.